Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A, where we go over all latest news that happened during the week of mobile and answer your questions live. If you have any question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Now, we are going to get on to the first bit of news, but before we do, I did want to let you guys know we still are doing the regular monthly giveaway. I know we just had the big honor giveaway. Congrats to the 4 winners. I already emailed all of you, got your information. I'm just waiting for Honor to send us the shipping label so we can ship them off to you. So we still are having the Patreon giveaway, which is going to still be giving away the Zenfone Max Plus. So that is in the link in the description if you want to enter. And then we're also going to have the Jabra Elite Sport headphones. So both of those are going to be given away. There's some really good headphones and an awesome phone. So make sure you enter in our Patreon giveaway, which again, link will be in the description. All right, now let's get to the regular news topics, and the first one is quite a big one. We are getting a first look at the interface for the Galaxy S10. Now, a lot of people are just saying, well, this is just the Android Pie interface of Samsung. It's the Experience 10. Here's the problem with that. Samsung usually doesn't update this phone. Like, I don't see the Note getting an update till the end of this year or the beginning of next year. So you're really gonna see this update really on the S10 first, most likely before you see it on any phone. I do not think that Android Pie will come to the Note by the end of the year. I know it's something a lot of people want to hear. I quite frankly don't really care for Android Pie. I have a Pixel. I had the Essential phone. Not a big fan of Android Pie. Now, Samsung's interface, I feel, is a little bit better than the standard Android Pie. So let's take a look at it and see what some of the differences are. So first and foremost, you'll notice that line style at the bottom. So instead of just saying, it actually says the text, phone, and camera, and you can tap on one of those to launch them and probably slide it to the right or left. And again, this comes courtesy of XDA developers, and we are looking at the Phone Arena page, which should cover it first. So then we have just the overall look. This is very similar to what we get now, except you're going to see the buttons are still there. So the buttons are still an option, and they have a different kind of layout. So this multi-screen button specifically is a bit different looking. I don't mind it. Where it really gets interesting is the notifications are now circular as well. I like that design. Let me know what you guys think about it. It's a very different look for sure. And this looks like when you pull the notification panel all the way down. I don't know how I feel about this. So this right now would be if I would go like this on this phone. Very different, as we can see. Very much more a material design. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know what you guys think. I feel it's too iPhone-esque, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this specific screen. I think that's the most different out of everything. This looks more like we traditionally have right now, but again, a bit more material design. And I do like how it seems like you can turn notifications to be in dark mode as well. That is really cool. That I really love the idea of that. That I really, really like a lot. So very much into that. I definitely like that over the white notifications. If we can make them all dark, that is a lot better. I really like that interface. This is where immediately I hate it. Now, for one, Samsung has already dramatically approved the Android Pie experience, which in my opinion is stupid for the fact that they don't have close all right there where it's supposed to be. So Samsung has already corrected that stupid issue that Android Pie still has, by the way. You have to swipe all the way down to the side before you get that close all button. No, it makes no sense. That is a lot better, the fact that it's right there on the bottom. So I already love that a lot more, but I still do not like this wasted space. And the biggest thing that I'm very disappointed in right now, again, this is early looks, of course, but I want my menu button over here because I still would much rather prefer the list look. So these are all my tabs I have open. See how many tabs I can see at the same time? You see how many tabs I can see at the same time? One. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 tabs. One. So yeah, there's a clear better one there. Sorry if you guys can hear that. An alarm seems to be going out outside of my room. Okay, then we also have the night theme, which is going to be interesting. So I'm not sure if the night theme is just going to be everything. Here's my thing about it. So it says you can turn on, right? So night theme, I'm assuming, is the blue light filter, but I would turn on in the dark. What does that mean? Like when it's dark, it'll automatically turn on, or is that the dark theme? Like I'm wondering what's going on here. Then we have motions and gestures, pretty much the same things we have now. Nothing really new, but again, that material look design. And then this is how your app information looks. Again, not really new, but they're dividing it more so people can see what they want to see. And again, just kind of seeing more of everything on there. So I do like this. It's cleaner to me. Again, the battery looks different. I really want this to be all dark themed though. I do not like the white. I really would like this just to be all black. It would look a lot better. Again, for the display, and then this is how your calls are going to look. All for the all black. Again, all black. And again, the material design overall. So yeah, guys, this is how the interface is looking. This is a new messages app. Why do we need this big thing saying messages taking up 2/3 of the screen? That makes no sense to me, but you know, we'll see. This part looks fine. Looks similar to how my Google messages look. And this is the menu button under messages, so you can block contact. Custom notification, I know people always want that. It looks like it's going to be easier to find on the next interface. Bixby Home, Bixby is still there. Bixby has a new updated look, material design wise. Google Play Music. So yeah. That's how the new camera looks. Again, it looks like they're doing things like this, which is auto, saying the word auto, which is, again, I think people will find that more useful. Also, I noticed these two, it looks like you'd be able to switch to near and close, but I think that's confusing. I think this is replacing 2x zoom. So I think that is interesting, but it looks like we have less things up here too. So again, just curious to see. This is obviously a very early alpha test, not even beta testing. So really curious to see how it'll go. And yeah, again, these are just like different apps and how everything looks. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I know that was a long breakdown, but I really wanted to go through that with you guys to see just how different this will look. And you have to imagine they really want it to look different because this will be on the S10, so it's going to be the big game changer. So at least the UI will really look different. Okay, speaking of the S10 and design, segue. This is going to be a very significant change according to the CEO. That it will not be just a small iteration, which has been rumored, that it will be a very significant change. That's really cool to really kind of hear that from the CEO, that we are going to have a big change overall. I think Samsung really needs it for the 10th anniversary, and if they do, they can knock it out of the park, and hopefully they won't bring a notch like Apple did on their 10th anniversary. Just saying. But overall, I do think that that would be really great for Samsung sales-wise. All right, now we also have this really cool leak of a Google Home Hub. Why did you have to leak this after I bought the Lenovo? Although the Lenovo review is coming, and it's a 10-inch screen on the Lenovo, so I like that. But this is a Google Smart Home speaker. It has a 7-inch display. Really nice that it has a display that big. And I really like it because it's a smart display. It really has a lot of uses. I have really loved the Lenovo one. We'll go over the review for that one. But overall, the front kind of looks what you expect. The back is really interesting. It does have a noise cancellation, has a volume on the back. The speaker looks like it's going to be actually pretty big size. That whole back is expected to be the speaker. So that's pretty big speaker. So I think the sound quality will be good. I don't like that you don't have, it looks like the option to close the camera like you do on the Lenovo. I like that feature, and I think a lot of other people do as well, but it looks like you will be, again, able to see things at a glance. You can check out your door if you have the Nest cams. I don't know if it works with anything but the Nest cams yet so far. You can do appointments, that's true, but it's iffy, really. Relive memories, so that's kind of cool. What else? And I think that's all they really talked about on this one. Overall, the Google Home Hub is going to be an interesting one. My guess is I still think it's going to be around $179. I'm guessing around that ballpark, but I'm really curious to see how expensive it will be. Again, Google did a really good job with the Google Home Mini, really lowering the price to get a lot out there, and we'll talk about those sales in a second. But I think Google should aim for a low price for this one to really stick it to the Echo, and so it can sell more. The biggest thing that I would say this needs is you need to be able to easily play playlist on YouTube, which you can currently not, and that is a really annoying thing. The thing I love about it the best is the fact that you can cast to it, so that's really awesome. Again, review for the Lenovo coming soon. LG V40 ThinQ has an official date, October 4th. We have been told by LG that we are going to be on the review list, so that is good news. Hopefully we will get it at launch so we can review it for you guys and tell you guys our thoughts. So October 4th is when that event is happening. Now, the really big thing to know about that is that it looks like we already got leaks on the LG V40, and a couple of things have been confirmed. Some really good and one not so good. So the first thing is 6.4-inch display, 128 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM. Those are awesome specs. It's going to be a 16 and 12 megapixel camera on the rear camera, and the front camera will be 8 megapixel and 5 megapixels. So you're going to have 2 cameras on the front, 2 cameras on the back. The problem here is that battery. 3,300 is too small, LG. I hope. This makes me hope that the entire thing is false. Because that is too small. It really is it's too small for a phablet flagship, which is what the V40 has to be. And I just don't see a reason why it wouldn't at least be 3,500, if not 4,000 to match the Note. But that's my biggest concern right now is the battery. Let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in the LG smartphone? I really have always loved the wide-angle camera. I am a little bit sad that originally we were talked about getting triple cameras, but at least on the details here, it's only 2 cameras. A little bit sad about that. I did want the triple camera. I was hoping the LG would be the first triple camera, and it seemed like that by the teaser, so we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully these rumors are not true, especially the battery part, and then we'll just get that. We only have about 2 weeks to see, so we'll find out soon. OnePlus looks like they're going to be making TVs starting as early as next year in 2019. Basically, they think the market is ready for them to have an affordable and yet still good quality smart TV. Now, I'm really curious to see how this will come about. I mean, they use Samsung screen panels for their smartphones, so I'm really wondering if they're going to use Samsung panels for their TVs. Most manufacturers do use either Samsung or LG panels for their TV. Either one would be a great choice, so I would love to see them go for that. Although, to be fair, since they're in China, they might use TCL to make their panels. I hope they go for the Samsung style variety, though, because I think it would be a lot better. Razer Phone. Now, yes, we have announcements coming out of the woodwork. We have October 4th, LG V40. We have October 9th for the Pixel 3. And we have the Razer Phone coming out October 10th for the announcement. Now, this one, it should be announced on the 10th, and we will see just how it goes. Although a lot of people are a little bit saddened by this just because we don't know exactly how it's going to go. And overall, the big thing about it is to see how it will be, because a lot of people are saying that it's going to be very similar to the other one, which I hope they do more changes than just the RGB lighting and just the 8 gigs RAM and, you know, current specs. I hope they do more, because I think Razer needs it in order to compete this year. Alright, speaking of the Pixel 3, we have words on all 4 colors. Yes, 4 colors for the Pixel coming this year. And it looks like no white or panda style. It looks like they're instead going to go for the black color, the pink color, green, and blue. Pixel, if you give me a jade green like the one Samsung gave me, all will be forgiven for the notch. Okay, not really. I'm still going to get the Pixel 3. I'm not going to get the XL version because of that notch. But I will love you if you give me the green. Give me the green. Give me Android green. But yeah, that would be great. And I think it's really interesting they're bringing 4 different colors. And the Panda one was so loved last year. I'm really surprised we're not getting that. But we'll have to wait and see. Alright, as we said earlier, we are going to talk about the Google Home Mini. So that one did kill it. It is actually the top selling smart home speaker now on the market, which again isn't too much of a surprise. It beat out the Echo Dot and the Echo, so really big. It did beat out Alibaba as well, which Alibaba is making a play for it. Who is not on the top 5 at all is Apple. Apple's is not selling anywhere near the volume of these. However, it is the, I know it said it somewhere here, but Apple actually is making the most money off of theirs, obviously because theirs is one of the most expensive, and at the same time, they are making the most revenue off of it. So in terms of profit, Apple is doing very well on one device, better than anyone else currently, but in terms of volume and sales total, Google Home Mini has definitely taken the cake at 20% of the market. That is quite impressive. And these are millions of units, so this is 2.3 million. Echo Dot has sold 2.2 million. Echo has sold 1.4, and Google Home has sold 0.8, so 800,000. So really awesome to see just how much smart homes are growing, and it looks like I need to do more videos on those. All right, and finally, Samsung, I feel like trolled us, but we'll see. So they made an announcement that, you know, there's going to be a new announcement, a Galaxy event in 2018, and they called it a Galaxy event, meaning that it would be a Galaxy device, right? And 4 times the fun. We now know that it will be in Malaysia, I believe. So we do not think for that reason that it's going to be a significantly big phone, as they tend to do those in New York, namely, or Korea, sorry, in their headquarters. But it does not look like this one will be. So we'll have to wait and see how well it goes. But I think it's going to be a mid-ranger or a Galaxy A or something along those lines. But we'll have to wait and see. Alright guys, now that is the news. Now let's get to your questions. Again, if you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Terrarium TV shutting down. What's a good replacement? My mom wants a new TV with DVD player built in. What are some good brands? Okay, so first question first. Terrarium. I never really used it. Like, I had it on my phone because my friend set it up for me. I may have used it once, and that was it. And yeah, I've never really used it. I've just never been a person that uses those kind of apps, at least not since my high school days. But yeah, so I haven't. I don't know. I know my friend was telling someone else there is replacements out there for it. But I don't remember. I will find out what a Terrarium replacement is by next week, and I will let you know. Now, my mom wants a new TV with a DVD player built in. What are some good brands? Whatever you can find. They really don't make those anymore. As far as I know. Yeah, as far as I know, they really don't make them. I knew they had kids TVs with them a little while back. Like I saw a pink TV or a blue TV with that in it with a little crown on top for princess kind of TV. But yeah, nothing really much like that. So yeah, I'm not really sure which ones it would be. It would be whatever you can find, I would say. But yeah, nothing comes to mind of that I know, oh, this company makes it or this company doesn't. Yeah, I would go by the ratings, the reviews on them. Apple Watch Series 4 has 5.0 Bluetooth device. Is a 5.0 Bluetooth device. That's good. I mean, hopefully it'll drain less battery, although from what I've heard about the Apple Watch battery life on the Series 4, it's still not that good, but hopefully it'll drain your phone's battery life less. Greetings, keep checking. Greetings, Quiet Storm. Tab S4. What about the Tab S4? What are we looking at? You're looking at a home. Which one is better, Note 9 camera or iPhone XS camera? Can you prove it? I use the Note 9 right now. I am getting the iPhone XS Max, still a silly name, I believe Saturday. So we will see after that which one is currently better. $1,500 for the top iPhone XS Max. Yep. What do you think about Apple's Shortcuts app? I think it's very similar to Bixby's app more than Google's Shortcuts app, but yeah, everyone's trying to do shortcuts now. Shortcuts are very useful. So, iPhone XR, better than the iPhone 8? I mean, processor? Camera? Sure. Is it better overall, though? I don't know. I would say the iPhone 8 Plus, despite what Apple's... Oh, 8 though, not 8 Plus. Yeah, I would probably say the XR is better than the 8. Yeah, I would say it's better than the 8. Overall, it's definitely better. Will you buy the new iPhones to review? Tim Cook said the phones were worth the price. LOL. Yeah, I don't take a lot of salt into what Tim Cook says. Nah, XR is the same resolution as the iPhone 4. That is true. So I hear the Galaxy S10 getting 5G. There's lots of rumors on that. So at this point, there is rumors up to 4 variants of the S10 now. So these are the 4 variants that are rumored right now. S10 Mini, S10 Lite, whatever, a lighter version of the S10, the regular S10, the S10 Plus, and the S10 Plus 5G. That is what the current rumors are. Could that change in the next few months? Absolutely. We'll have to wait and see. But that is a current rumor right now. This is a better design than the current TouchWiz Samsung experience. I agree. Galaxy S10 will have what that will make us say wow. I do think the fingerprint display is going to be a good feature to have, and that I think Samsung will have it. I do think it's going to have a triple camera setup, which if LG and OnePlus doesn't do it this year, it would be the first mainstream phone to have the triple camera setup in the US, and I think that will get noticed. So I think triple camera setup as well as fingerprint display scanner will be the biggest wow features, I would probably say. And beyond that, you're going to get the bendable phone to really kind of game changer style thinking. Ricky, will Google Play Music change to YouTube Music? What is your opinion on it? I downloaded YouTube Music when it very first came out, and it was a horrible app at the time. I've heard it's gotten better, but yes, eventually Google Play Music will go away, and Google Play Music will be, YouTube Music will replace it. So yes, that is happening. Let's see. XR is better than the iPhone 8, yes. Have you had freezing or stuttering issues with the camera on the Note 9? No, have had no issues with the camera at this time. Although I've had a friend have some stuttering when doing 4K video recording, and it's like he has to clear his RAM. He has a 6 gig of RAM version, but when he clears RAM, it fixes it. But I don't know if it's just a thing that it's like the phone needs to be so much more on that, but I don't know. Should I bet a Samsung Note 4 or a budget smartphone, 170, 200, which is best? So here's the thing. I think the Note 4 would arguably have a better camera than any phone 200 and under. However, a better overall smartphone would be a more current one. It's just going to be faster overall than the Note 4 with its current updates. And I'm just saying, because of all the updates would have bogged down the Note 4, the new phone will be faster and move faster. But even a screen, to match a screen at that resolution would be very difficult. So yeah, I would say arguably the Note 4 would have a better screen and camera at that price point. However, if you get to the $350 price point, I think you can easily find better overall smartphones. But at the 200 and under, that's arguable. It's a bigger screen, yeah, but res is poop. Yes, it is. Fire Stick, some of the app not working on Kodi. Yeah, I've heard. I've heard like a lot of these apps are going bad, basically. I know the Terrarium guy just quit. He was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do something else, so I'm no longer supporting this." New iPads have external display port. I'm hearing that'll be good. We'll see it around probably early November for that announcement of the new iPads. Rumor has the S10s will not have in-display fingerprint sensor. That is a rumor currently right now that they are actually going to have a side sensor. Both those are different options. I think as long as they have a fingerprint sensor not on the back, I think it will be a win overall. But yeah, in fingerprint display would be the best, definitely. Samsung's Note 9 burns. Is the news true? Do I need to worry? So if you're talking about, so in New York, there was a Note 9 that the lady said exploded. Luckily, there was a guy right next to her that had a bucket of water. It seems very suspicious to me, like who just has a bucket of water to throw a phone in? But she did get burned. These are serious accusations, so they should be taken seriously. The fact that, you know, she like immediately had someone ready to sue, all like, it seems a little too perfect, I would say, or you know, unfortunate, I would say. But I would say as of right now, it's not a need to worry. You have to figure that at least probably 5 million notes are out there right now, and we are talking one. So 1 out of 5 million, I would say that's probably around, isn't that probably around like lotto numbers luck or struck by lightning luck? We'll see. Again, it's something to keep your eye on, I would say right now. I'm not giving up my Note. Never again. I am confused. When or how should you charge your smartphone? You should charge your smartphone wirelessly if you're charging it overnight. You should charge it directly if you need a quick charge. That's how you should charge your smartphone. LG V40 OLED screen. Yes, it will have an OLED screen. S10 plastic screen. I do not think the S10 will have a plastic screen. I think that's going to be reserved for the bendable smartphone, the Galaxy F. R in the iPhone XR stands for recycled hardware from 5 years ago. I said refurbished. The iPhone 10 refurbished. It just rolls off the tongue. Woman in New York saying her Note 9 caught on fire was total BS. She needs to be held responsible for making false statements in reports. Have you heard verifications that it was BS? Again, for me, it seemed a little too perfect, but I do not want to. Again, if it was real, you don't want to kind of belittle that, but definitely suspicious. No, it stands for reject. iPhone 10 reject. The XR is a budget. I don't know. $750 is the budget. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just lettered. Everyone drink. Still won't sell the LG. The LG V40 might not sell with that small of a battery. I would have to agree with that part. I think plus one would do a good job of a TV set. I think too. I would really love to see the price point. Can you imagine if they would give you like a 65-inch 10 or 4K HDR at like $700? That would be awesome. When will you get the S10? A gentleman never tells. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have it yet. I do not have the S10 yet. Ricky, how's it going? So it seems like everyone is leaking their products ahead of launch. So is that going to be the new norm? We'll have to wait and see. I think there's just more money in it now. I mean, the websites are paying so much money for any first leak. And I mean, it's very profitable. You're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars for any leak in terms of revenue and traffic that's driven to your website. So yeah, it's a big deal. Is the S10 going to be sort of the same specs as the Note 9? No, it will be updated specs. Although a lot of people think that that I'm crazy. I still do not think the S10 will start at 128 gigs of storage. I do think it will start at 64 gigs. It's the lower. It's not a Note series. A Note series costs more money. I do not think the S10 Plus will start at $1,000. I think it'll start at $900. And therefore, you have to cut something from the budget. So, yeah. Google should stop making a phone. I think it's good they make a phone, to be honest. I like any more competition. Ricky, will you and your wife make another video? Would love to see her on the channel again. I would too. It was funny. She actually talked about making a segment called like reviewing tech later on. So she thought it would be a good idea to make like so for instance, we reviewed a robot vacuum a while back, and I mentioned this on the beginning of the video that our old robot vacuum that we reviewed completely messed it up. It just like it stopped working. Luckily Yuffie sent us a new one and we got that one. But she's like that robot vacuum, like, you know, months went by and it didn't work anymore. So what if I would do tech like that? Like, you know, months go by, like now in review. And I said, well, there is things like that, like a re-review or, you know, whatever kind of thing you want to call it. 8 months later, 6 months later or something. There are reviews like that. I've never done it. And she in passing said, I would even do one. And I was like, babe, if it's done, if you want to do it, it's done. Like, there have been so many people asking for you to come back and do a video. So yeah, if you want to be in a video, I don't care what tech it is. It could be a hair dryer. I will have you on the channel, and yes, we will do a re-review for it. But yeah, so that was the last time we had talked about her being on a video again. That was about a week or so ago. So again, we'll see. But I do always let you know. I do always let her know when you guys request her to be on the channel again. Do you like Eminem album? I honestly did not take a look at it. I will say the bit I heard, like everyone was saying, like the way they were saying it was a diss album or, you know, diss tracks. It was all diss tracks. I was expecting, like, you know, Nas, Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie level of diss tracks. I would have to say maybe I haven't heard a whole song. I've only heard like parts that were supposed to be the diss part. It wasn't that impressive to me. And I do like a lot of Eminem's older stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been into an Eminem album or song in probably about 5 years or so. Like the Love the Way You Lie, all those kind of, that was probably the last real album that I was kind of like, oh, that was good. And the one right after, the album right after that, I think was the last one that I was like, oh, that's really good. But yeah, I've not heard this one yet. What time do you go live? In my area, it's night. I see daytime there. Yes, well, that's because it's always, it's always 1:16 here. As you know from, I don't have my mug with me. But it's always 1:16, as you know from our merch store, Rigsby 116. Hey, Ricky, I'm watching you on the Essential phone. Hey, Denard, congratulations on winning that Essential phone. And thank you for always supporting us on Patreon. Folding phone, yes, Samsung is releasing a folding phone next year called the Galaxy F, is currently the tentative name. And it's going to be literally a foldable phone, like you can fold it in. It's going to be a smartphone, about a 4.8 inch, I think, screen on the front, and then you open it up into a 7-inch tablet. That's the future. Any word on the back order 512 gigs Note 9, 34 days and counting? No, I mean, look, again, it was supposed to be the 28th and the 30th when these phones would be available. We're still not there yet. That's all I can say. Why don't you change the battery on the clock wall? Because it's always 116. I could change it. It's still gonna, like, the seconds would go around and it still would be 116. That's just always what time it is. It's not my fault. Let me brighten this up a little bit. Terrarium still works. Download file link. Well, so it does still work, but the guy who created Terrarium and who's backed it up is no longer going to put new content on it. That's why. That's what they mean by not working anymore. At the end of this month, he is no longer supporting the content. So, like, what's there will be there, I believe, but I don't even know if he's shutting down the servers. So yeah, it's at the end of this month is supposed to be it. Check Facebook sells. You may find that there. I'm not sure what Facebook sells. Find there. I can watch you on the Essential phone, S9 Plus, iPhone SE. Which one should I pick? I mean, out of those, I would definitely say the S9 Plus because it has the best screen out of those three. So, Mr. Tech, I would say the S9 Plus. Have you seen the new Captain Marvel trailer? Yes, I did. And my little girl thought Captain Marvel was very mean for punching an old lady until I explained to her what a Skrull was and everything like that. By the way, I really wonder, because they should have, when she punched the grandma, they should have shown the grandma turn green. Because it really was a thing where if you know Captain Marvel and you know the Skrulls, then you knew exactly what that old lady was. If you did it, you literally just saw Captain Marvel be like, boom, to an old lady. And that's pretty messed up. So yeah, I would definitely say that was the most hilarious part. I love a lot of what I'm seeing, though, for that movie. I cannot wait. March, right? March is when we're getting that. I think March 8th for Captain Marvel. Cannot wait. And, of course, cannot wait for Avengers 4. Just really excited, you know. So, yeah, definitely excited for all that. Is Galaxy Watch better than the Gear S3? Oh, yeah. By a mile. That review is coming up. I just showed you guys how to get better bands for the Galaxy Watch. So, if you haven't watched that video, watch it. It does apply for all of the Samsung smartwatches too, on how to get better bands. It's just a simple thing of getting a quick release band versus a regular band. But again, I go into detail in that video. Is Tim Cook a certified cook? No, he's not. You'd be shocked to believe. $800 for an iPhone, doesn't have a 1080p display. Apple has lost their mind. Steve Jobs would have fired everyone. Steve Jobs would have fired everyone over that notch, to be honest. Like if John Ivey had presented Steve Jobs a notch, he would have said, "You must be out of your mind if you think that we're putting this out. Like, you must be out of your mind. You find a way to fix that right now." Like it was no chance. No phone currently may have real 5G till 2019, 2020. The way networks are going, yeah, networks are really lagging it, to be honest. Make Mobile Weekly Sunday again. For those of you who don't get that joke, basically, Mobile Weekly used to always be Sunday. I do want to get it back to Sunday. I will tell you that by the end of October, we might have Mobile Weekly back on Sunday as of right now. Views are going really well. Please, if you can, make sure to not only like the video, but share the Note 9 review and the iPhone tech rant those videos are blowing up, and if we get those to keep going, it looks like easily I can get Mobile Weekly back on Sundays. Not only that, but we're getting to 300,000 subscribers quicker because of those 2 videos, honestly, alone, and the 10 hidden features on the Note 9. So much quicker that, man, we would be able to do a 300,000 subscriber giveaway, and, you know, we would give away one of the top flagships if we do. So, again, please share that. It would really mean a lot if we can get that quickly. And again, I will definitely give away a flagship phone if we get to 300,000 this year. That would exceed my expectations. So yeah, that would be great. A whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everyone drink. I've been seeing the price for Apple Watch Series 4. I think paying $500 for a LTE version is a bit steep. Do you think it will sell as much? I think it is overpriced, to be honest, because I remember when people were like, oh, like, okay, people want me to check it out, so okay, that would be a good comparison to the Galaxy Watch. I saw the price then, and I was like, oh no, I don't know. So I am debating on that one. I'm honestly hoping for like an open box at Best Buy or something right now at this point. Because yeah, that's a little bit expensive. What up, Ricky? That Apple Watch saved your life yet? No, it has not saved my life yet. It has not attached itself to me for free and saved my life from spending that much money. Can you guys tell me or message me through this thread? Is it better to use stock Android keyboard or third party? I've been wondering if I get more Note 9 value if keep everything Samsung. In my opinion, I would say that overall the best keyboard anywhere is SwiftKey. Now, there is a debate between Google Keyboard and SwiftKey. I think SwiftKey is far better than Google Keyboard. I know everything the Google Keyboard offers. SwiftKey is literally where everyone gets their ideas from. Like, all the changes that Samsung did to their keyboard from the S9 to the Note 9 was from SwiftKey. All the things that Apple changed on their keyboard was because of SwiftKey. All the things that Google changed on their keyboard was from SwiftKey. Everyone gets all their features from SwiftKey. To me, it's just the best keyboard out, hands down. Oh, we have to have the must-have apps for the Note 9 coming up soon. That's another video we got to come out with. Next week, the more hidden features will be coming out Friday, I believe. And that one will be coming out soon as well. Do you watch Talosiv Tech? No, never seen that one. I like my Note 9. Does anyone use Showbox or MovieBox? Not anymore. Terrarium basically replaced those. Funny how they hardly talk about Apple phones during the same thing. Hear and seen stuff on Torrent Freak about Showbox. 124 watching. Enjoy the stream and hit like, everyone. Thank you, Quiet Storm. It's a good app. I'll tell you what's a good app for. Just because I have to, at least say it once a week. 50 First Date Questions is our app that we did release, so if you can download it, please download it. It's great for anyone you know that is currently dating on the market. It's really great. Even for couples, I actually had a friend that played it and said that him and his girl, that they have known each other for 2 years, found out new things about themselves by playing that. So really a lot of fun when it comes to that, and again, it helps out the channel. So there's my shameless plug during the live stream. I don't believe it's on Android and iOS, and in the link in the description. I don't believe the story in the States, especially in why people do harm to themselves on purpose to get compensations. It happened to my dad, who owned a bakery, several times. Wow. That's crazy, Mr. Tech. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy if they really did harm themselves just to do it. if you use the Samsung Watch, it has more functionality. How you feel about changing Samsung Note 8 to iPhone 10X Max? That's an interesting one. I would still say the Note 8 probably has a better battery than the iPhone 10X Max. Now, I don't know how that is yet, but from what I'm hearing, it really is like most people don't notice the battery increase, so we'll see. Hi, looking for a whoa, whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everyone drink. Hi, I'm looking for a Bluetooth dongle for my Samsung TV in South Africa. Any ideas? I would look up Bluetooth dongles. I really don't know. I mean, most Samsung TVs now are smart TVs, so they have Bluetooth built in on the TV. But my guess is you would just use any USB Bluetooth dongle, and that should work. So yeah, that would be my guess. Or that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. But I don't know what plugs your TV would have. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. Do you think the notch trend will end by 2019? I think people more than tech companies more than ever are going to try to get rid of the notch by next year. Yes. I don't think it's going to be ready, but I think it will go away by 2020. Does the Note 9 have dual SIM capabilities? Not every Note 9 does, but they do make a Note 9 that does, yes. Samsung A10 2018 is now official with tri-camera finally announced officially this morning. I did not hear about that announcement. Let me see. Boop. Not off of Samsung's press room. Okay, that is not it, because that only has one camera. I'm not sure. I would have to look up to see where the article is that describes that specific one. I know there was a rumor of a tri-camera from Samsung with an A series, but I did not see anything official announced. I don't think the notch trend ends as long as Apple participates. I don't believe that's true. When the hell is the Galaxy Watches, AT&T Galaxy Watches going to be available? Samsung made a dumb move by partnering with T-Mobile in the beginning. Could have made more money with more carriers. So it's not Samsung's fault, actually. Carriers choose what they pick up, not Samsung. Samsung wants all carriers to pick up everything. What actually happened is this. Carriers decide when and if they want to pick up something. Case in point with AT&T, actually. Samsung offered the Tab S4 to every carrier. Only Verizon picked it up. As of this morning, AT&T also picked it up. So now AT&T will also be offering the Tab S4, where at launch, it was exclusively Verizon. So again, other carriers might get it down the line, but it's up to them if they pick it up or not. Maybe AT&T didn't sell as many Gear watches, so they don't know if they're going to sell the Galaxy Watch as well, and that's why they kind of hesitated on it. Do you think T-Mobile is going to do home net like AT&T and Verizon? I don't know. I don't really think so at this time, but we'll have to wait and see. Hate to see Sprint pick that up like 6 megs, lol, where I live. Yes, on board with any re-reviews. No 116 mug? Gasp. I mean, I gotta represent Harry Potter every once in a while. Hogwarts. Just came. What's new with the S10? Check back early on in the video. We basically saw, we went through about 10 minutes of the entire UI with the S10. And just saying that we are going, the CEO did say that there will be a significant change from the S9, so can't wait to see what that is. What date did you pre-order? For what? Or are we talking to someone else? What's the market share of iOS and Android in your country? In my country, iOS is strongest that it is anywhere else. Market share, US 2018. Okay. So currently Apple has 40%, Android has 60%. That is the latest currently right now. For Q2 2018, Apple has 40%. And yeah, Android has 60%. The top one on Android being 25% Samsung. So yeah. And that's 25% of the whole market share. So yeah, combined in the US, let's see, Apple and Samsung make up 65% of the market share in the US. So yeah, that sounds about right. All right. Let's see. Are you a huge Marvel fan? I am definitely a huge Marvel fan. I think the MCU is the greatest thing we have right now in movies, honestly. And I wish DC would do much better. Got a Green Lantern ring for my wedding ring, so can't say I'm partial to either one. I just love good comic book movies and stories. I think they were smart on Captain Marvel trailer because the scene with the grandma makes people talk about it. Yeah, people will talk about it for sure. What is the app for VR to watch live sport games? What was that called? I haven't worn a VR headset in a while. Does anyone remember? I did plenty of videos on that, but I can't think of that right now. What was the app where you can watch live sports on the Gear VR or the Oculus too? I cannot think of it off the top of my head. Do you think profit margin of Apple products is more than other companies and products? It's about on par with Samsung, to be honest now. Like, I was talking to this guy, he's such an Apple fanboy, like such an Apple fanboy. And you know, I was telling him, I'm like, dude, they're right neck and neck usually. In revenue, Samsung usually always beats Apple. Sometimes Apple does beat Samsung, but usually revenue, Samsung will always beat Apple. But profit margins where Samsung usually falls short of Apple. However, they're doing pretty good now. A lot of it has to do with them making a lot of screens for Apple, more with OLED instead of LCD because they get to charge more money for those. So yeah, overall, I think both do very well. But I don't think anyone comes close to either of them, to be fair. What is the best VR headset for phones or standalone? The best VR headset is the Oculus Go. That is the best VR headset that I would recommend to anyone. What do you think what Tim Cook say about the price of an iPhone? I didn't watch the whole interview about him talking about the tariffs and all that kind of stuff, but I think that they are very cautious about how the tariffs could affect them next year and how the price could go up. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everyone drink. Yes, I think they should have shown the scroll, though I'm almost wondering if they did that on purpose to make us think it's an old lady, but the scroll but turns into Captain Marvel actually hit an old woman. That would be interesting. I do not know if you want a superhero to actually hit an old woman. When using remote play, when done using, does the PlayStation turn off itself? I do not use remote play actually, so I do not know. Hey, love from India. Which is the best game pad to connect through USB to my Note 8? Ooh, I mean, I like the PlayStation 4 controller, which works through USB with an OTG cable. That one's great. So are the I have this really cool Bluetooth one. Ooh, it's called an 8-bit controller. Let me show you. This one's a really cool one. I still haven't done a review on it. I've had it forever, but it has been in the box. So this is the SF30 Pro Bluetooth gamepad. It does work for Android and plenty of other things. So yeah, it's freaking awesome. The way it looks, the way it feels, it plays really good. So yeah, this one's an awesome one to definitely check out. When is PlayStation 5 coming out? I would say 2020. I'd love to see someone get back into free hotspot on there. Not sure what that means. I'm able to make a picture into my keyboard. Yes, I do love that with SwiftKey, yes. I love SwiftKey. 9 years on SwiftKey. SwiftKey is really cool. So yeah, a lot of you guys like it. Our weekly app, shameless plug. Yes, I have to shamelessly plug it. Thank you guys for, I have definitely noticed some of you guys, I can say it looks like some of you guys open the app and click on the ad, and that really helps me. I've noticed, I think we did very low revenue obviously the first month when the app launched, but this month we like tripled the revenue on the app. So hopefully that keeps going. And again, if I can turn the app into, like, I just want like $200 from the app a month. If I get $200 in the app a month, that would be such a success for me. Good side money, good extra money, things like that. I can buy my daughter more stuff, could buy, more things for the channel. Like if I can buy like new equipment or save up for a couple months and get a new, better camera, the GH5 is what I've been wanting for a year now. Those kind of things that I would invest into the channel from doing stuff like the app and other things like that. Have a Samsung level link. It is compatible with a headphone jack, although I haven't seen it on Amazon for a while. Wow, I remember those. Yeah, that is a possibility. Will Samsung offer any special edition Note 9 Emperor Enterprise in the future? No, it doesn't look like it, at least right now. Although they usually do. They offered like an advanced version of the S series forever, but nothing we've heard of yet. Sprint actually picked up the Tab S4 also. Oh, so the Sprint has also picked up the Tab S4. So there you go. Ricky, did you get the AKG headphone sets? I did get the current AKG, the one that was given free with the Note 9. I did not get the new announced AKG stuff. Yeah. Why your camera shakes so much? My camera is on like literally a tripod, so if I bang the table, it shakes, as you can just see. So yeah, that's probably why I'm banging the table too much. Hey, you let your hair grow out a little bit. Nice look for you. I am actually letting my hair grow for a while. My wife and me have talked about it, and she wants my hair to be the length of the Chris Evans in Captain America Infinity War. So how he had it, how he had his hair slicked back, that is where I'm growing my hair till. I am guessing it will probably take me till March because my hair grows pretty quick. So we'll see. But yeah, you're going to start to see my hair slicked back as it grows. And yeah, it will be long. We'll see how it'll get. The beard. I gotta grow out the beard. Let's see. A7 III camera. Is that what I have to search? A7 III camera? Let me see. Okay, now I'm just getting the... Let me search Samsung A7. Okay, so this is a leak, just to make clear. Ah, okay, no. Now I see from the Samsung press room, widen the world with the Galaxy A7, triple camera, rear camera, 8 megapixel, 120 degrees ultra wide angle, 24 megapixel lens. Samsung, where is this phone? 6-inch 1080p display, so it is only 1080p display. Triple camera, 24 megapixels, 1.7 aperture, so not as good of an aperture as the Note or S series. Ultra wide 8 megapixel 2.4. Does have up to a 6 GB RAM, 128 GB of storage. 3,300 milliamp battery. This is a really interesting phone. Very curious. Be very curious about that phone. All right. Let's see. Best gimbal for an Android phone. I use on a weekly basis now the DJI Osmo 2 is the name of it. Which model of Samsung VR works with the Note 9? The last 2 years. The last two work with the Note 9. The first one with the controller and the one before that. They be like, $2K is well worth the Note 9. $1,200 is too much money. They also be to say iPhone is better, LOL, because it's easy to use. Yeah, that is the stupidest argument ever. Now it's like, really, any phone's easy to use now. Ricky, when are you planning to review more smart home tech? I am going to review some smart home tech in a little bit. Again, I still have to review the new Google Home one. I also have an LG Google Home speaker that's freaking amazing. The sound quality is just amazing for the price point. So yeah, those are the two things coming up. Do you think Apple is more of a fashion statement than a tech company? Yes, but they're losing that because they're getting iPhones cheaper and cheaper now. So they're losing their status symbol, definitely. Again, something Steve Jobs would have never allowed. Are VR headsets good buy? What can you do with them? The best VR headset, again, is going to be really the Oculus Go, because they have the most apps and most games for it. But I mean, it's a different way of gaming, different way of experiencing things. You can be front row at a concert. I mean, the things are getting better, but I don't think they're there yet, which is why I don't use it really. Is the books in the back of you fake? Yes, but they need to be fake, because again, it always has to be 1/16 here. Do you hate Bixby? Sometimes, yes. Not dating anyone, but go and download the app just to support the channel. I appreciate it. It really helps out. If you aren't dating anyone, I will say this: I had a friend download the app, and he had a girlfriend, and he has some explaining to do. Luckily, it was for iOS, and on iOS, it says the developer is Ricky Perez. So you can say, "That's my friend. He developed this and all this kind of stuff." So he had to smooth it over, but just be careful out there. But support it. Support the channel. Oh snap! Gonna be awesome with your hair. I don't like Bixby side switch. Hit it a lot. Yeah, I agree. That's why I disable it. Are you getting the PlayStation Mini coming up in December? I pre-ordered the PlayStation Mini, and it will be the giveaway for December. So yes, that will definitely be the giveaway for Patreon for December, the PlayStation Mini. I'll review it and give it away. Is it true that Galaxy phones can shoot 2K in the front camera? Yes, it can, but it does lose the digital stabilization, so you have to be careful how shaky you get. Did you hear about the Note 9 catching fire? We talked about that earlier, Brad. Are you still interested in new phones releasing later this year, 2012? Red Hydrogen, I honestly could care less about. Mate 20, I'm very interested in. And LG V40, yes, I'm very interested in. Why don't Apple provide fast charger in the box nowadays? Even $200 phones have, with Moji 6 have it, because Apple's greedy, pretty much. I think the Note 9 to have an adapter to work with the old B sets. I'm not sure what you mean there. Was that the Netflix signal? I did get a call from my wife, yes. She is not home yet unless she got home early. I do not know. That is not the S10 interface leaked. I heard it's the new Android Pie for the S9 series. Yes, that is currently the rumor right now that is the S9 leak. Here's the thing. What I pointed out earlier is that that's not coming. Android Pie is most likely not coming to even the Note 9 or the S9 this year. Sorry, it's just, it never usually does. The S8 got Android Oreo, I think in February, if I'm not mistaken, or January. Like, it takes a long time for Samsung to update their phones, and I just don't see Samsung updating it before the S10 comes out. So that's why I think this really will be the S10 interface, and then it will trickle down to the S9 and the Note 9. Even so, I do not think that it will change that much. Samsung usually doesn't change the interface of the phone with an update from an OS. Like, they've never really done that. That's why, again, I really think that's the S10 interface, because it's something they've never done before. Now, Samsung could change the game and completely put that Android Pie this year, maybe next month. It would shock everyone. But their track record shows otherwise. Pull out your right ear if you're getting the S10 soon. Guys, I do not know when I'm getting the S10. I never know when I'm getting these devices. Because Apple charges you for everything. I remember that you said you can use the last Samsung VR, but you have to ask Samsung for the adapter for free. They should have an adapter for it already. Your adapter is the Type-C one that comes with it unless you lost it. My Note 8 is crashing and lagging. I'm moving to iOS. F Samsung's phones. iOS statistically crashes more than Android. Good luck. Soon Apple products won't include batteries. That's funny. Is iOS better optimized than Android? iOS is better optimized for certain things, yes, but Android is easily better optimized for other things. It really is just what you really play towards, but yeah, it's a two-way street with that. I've been hearing old deck stock is better than the dongle for the Note 9. It has more ports, charging ability, cooling fan. What do you think? I mean, yeah, it does serve its purpose as well. I would definitely say that. But it just depends. I mean, you can get, like, the Type-C adapter that I use when I connect my Note 9 to the TV is Type-C, USB, and HDMI. So I can charge it while I connect it, and I can, so yeah, I already do that. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. I wonder how they became a $1 trillion company. I actually don't think Apple's a $1 trillion company anymore. They hit the peak and then they went down. Amazon is. Amazon hit the peak and stayed. But I think Apple went down unless they went back up. And Apple was not the first one. I know some reports say that. An oil company was the first $1 trillion company. They have since dropped off, but they were not the first one. They were the first tech company. But I noticed a lot of people misreported that, or at least didn't put it in their headline, because they wanted clickbait. Sorry, I meant the Note 9 is supposed to work with older VR headsets with an adapter. I didn't know if you needed an adapter. I don't see why you would. The dock is still the main full deal. The dongle is just easier access situations. True. I know many reviewers never said it, but the dock is still better if it works with the 9. Yep. Sorry, the Note 9 don't fit the latest VR. That's what Samsung said. You have to ask for a free adapter. I haven't heard about that. I really haven't. So, yeah, I don't know. Now I think I'm getting the Netflix warning from my wife that, yes, she can't stream. For those of you guys new, my wife can't stream while I'm doing streaming, so yeah. I think we'll call that a show. So yeah, that will be the end of the show. Thank you guys always so much again for watching. Make sure to give a like, thumbs up before you head out. And yeah, a lot more videos coming this week and some good content. So yeah, thank you guys always so much for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.